here's your table.
Wow. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Welcome.
Welcome to the Palm.
This is why we do what we do right here. And now it's time to taste it.
You know, we're always a little tense when it comes to the tastings, and it's up to him now. So tell us that he loves the meat, or it's out. Angus cow, here it is.
I got a man crush on that bull. Is that possible?
That's a specimen. Where does the best meat in the world come from? It comes from me, Mr. Meat Master, Rafael Hernandez. I'm a beef salesman. I travel around the globe selling the best beef in the world to the best chefs in the world. I started from nothing, and I put everything I have into growing my business. From the ranches to the packing plants to the restaurants. Every deal and every relationship counts.
It's like the stock market. You're trying to guess.
It's a battle for the appetites of the world. It's a new way of eating and a new understanding of where our food comes from. Life is beautiful. Taste it. Hey guys, we're actually here at the Palm in Mexico City. So we're actually gonna meet with the head chef. We're gonna meet with a couple of the crew. We have the Creekstone people here with us. We're here to bring them the best beef in the world to one of the best restaurants in the world. We'll see how it goes. When I think of the Palm, I think of timeless elegance. I think of names like James Dean, Marilyn Monroe, icons. If you're in with the Palm, you've made it.
Think about the Palm. It's a great history. They started back in 1926 with the first restaurant in New York City. Now they expanded all over the U.S. and now they have locations in Mexico.
But you can't just waltz your way into the Palm. To get here, you have to tango. My dance partner, Creekstone Farms, the music, premium black Angus beef, and finally, the judge, Chef Jose Louis Ronquillo. This guy is 4 steps ahead of everyone. The pressure is on. We're hoping to get distribution going with them. We started the conversations back in 2019 with the head chef, and it's a new client for us.
We're going to come in here, show them some of the Creekstone items that we have, cook them up, serve them, and we'll have a big tasting at the end and see how we go.
So we're actually going to do some strip loins, some tenderloins, hamburgers, so everything with the Creekstone Farms meat.
Mi nombre es José Luis, soy el chef ejecutivo del restaurante Palm. Algo que hace especial, creo que la comida que servimos en el restaurante Palm es que nos fijamos mucho en la materia prima básica, desde la verdura, la calidad de la carne.
So this is going to make some good filet mignons, and we also have here the strip loin. So we're going to put the grill, we're going to cook it, and we're going to have a great meal for Creekstone Farms here. I take full responsibility when it comes to buying everything from Creekstone. You know, something happens in Mexico and I can't sell it, $300,000 down the drain. The question is, what is quality? So quality is based on meat tenderness, juiciness, antibiotic-free, hormone-free, genetically correct Angus cattle. The way the animal's being fed. It's considered one of the best meats in the world.
This is a New York strip, but this is what we brought in today. Prime grade, highest quality available on the U.S. market. And here is the queen of the meat group, the tenderloin, Creekstone Farms, all natural, prime tenderloin, right here in Mexico City. The texture is the best texture that you could have on a piece of meat, the fillet.
So Jose Louis Ronquillo has the piece of meat right now that we brought in. So it's a $7,000 piece of steak. What do I mean by that? We have to fly it in, hotels, get it with distributors, get everything ready with the chefs, stop the kitchen for a while, and then do the testing and hoping everything is going to land just like we want to. And we're waiting for a yes or no. Expensive piece of steak. So he is cutting into the piece of meat here. So this is not your typical uncle cutting a steak in the barbecue. Jose Louis Ronquillo is a highly trained professional, and he's looking for something. What is he looking for? What is he thinking? Does he like it? The color? I'm always a little tense because at the end of the day, he could slice that piece of meat and he might not like what he sees and he'll never tell me. Let's See what happens here.
Primero retiro toda esta parte con las manos y después voy a retirar el silver skin. Nosotros le dijimos espejo en México. A veces no es tan necesario, depende de lo que vayas a hacer, porque esta grasa también puede funcionar. Pero, por ejemplo, para retirar silver skin,
That silver skin will not cook off when it melts, so it's very important that it comes off.
Freshness and marbling are only a fraction of variables. The first thing that Chef Jose Louis Ronquillo does is remove the silver skin. He trims the tenderloin into the classic center-cut Chateaubriand. So far, so good.
So when you cut the head and the tail off the tenderloin, you're left with a center-cut piece, and that center-cut piece is known as the Chateaubriand. So sometimes when you see it on the restaurant menu, they'll say Chateaubriand is what it is. It's basically the center piece of that tenderloin.
La especificación real de un filete, de un tenderloin, sería que sea así, limpio, de un filete miñón, de un miñón, limpio, que no tenga nada de grasa. Pero siendo franco, hay tipos de grasa. No toda la grasa es mala.
That marbling, in fact, creates a taste to it. I love what he did. He's also creating some stuff here, which is actually the Manhattan from a strip loin. And he takes the rest of the piece and he makes hamburger meat. He makes tacos, which is a big tradition here.
There's no waste. Even the fat that he trims off the products is used for other applications within the restaurant. Better white style. Where's your hand? So a lot of people sometimes say, hey, this ribeye looks like a strip, or vice versa. Well, there's only a knife separation between the two. There's no actual muscle separation. There's no actual seam that separates the ribeye from the sirloin, from the loin, excuse me. So it's just a knife cut. Wherever the guy cuts it, that distinguishes the ribeye versus the loin.
Very technical when it comes to the meat. He was cutting into the steak, found a piece of cartilage coming into the strip on the side, cut it off, and that's just the way he works it.
That piece of tendon will not cook away. It will not dissolve. And if you get into it, you're going to have chewy, non-pleasant bite.
So guys, we're lucky enough that actually Executive Chef Mr. Jose Luis Ronquillo is going to prepare this for us. We're going to have a nice lunch. So he's going to prepare that for us. We're going to see the grill lighting up in a couple minutes. And look, we're having the tender filet mignon. We're having some strip loin. We actually might be having some tacos too as well. So it's very tasty.
This is my favorite part of the job.
Well, it's time to eat, man.
That's right.
Let's get that going. It says something about the meat, where it comes from, traceability. And you know, we're part of the U.S. meat, all of us, so it's just a great thing.
Every Frixel steak that is going to be sold and served in Mexico is going to come with a flag.
Yeah.
With the leftovers of the strip loin and tenderloin, we're gonna make great burgers. Big one strip loin. We're gonna put some natural salt. Entre más grueso sea, necesita tener un poco más de sal natural. Only a little blended oil.
At this point, I guess we're all starving here. We're gonna have a feast. We're excited, so let's bring it on. Thank you, Jose Luis.
Yeah, through that side. Yeah.
Turn it 45 degrees. Turn it. Okay. Now we have a nice crust. And then we cook it by the sides. Very important that the fat have a nice crust. Another big portion of natural sea salt.
The whole pandemic has changed many things. And not only are we experiencing some difficulties with deliveries, keeping fresh product is not an easy thing anymore. You know, having a piece of 20-pound ribeye fresh sitting there waiting for customers to order it is not an easy thing anymore. You know, Alfonso, this is why I make sure I take him to my trips, so he sees the business we're doing, the customer base we're dealing with, and sees that, look, I'm not fighting out here for 100 boxes of ribeyes because I just want to make sure I have them. It's because I need them. So until we get back into good business, we're gonna have to change our strategy. You know, what do the customers want?
In 12, 13 minutes, it's gonna be ready. But all the products, all the meat need to rest. And then you can rest it. What we're gonna do is have 2 or 3 minutes per side because of the gravity to help all the liquids inside of your steak to get down, and you have a great distribution of all the juices.
We got the strip loin going, we got the tomahawk going. It's gonna be succulent.
Now we're gonna cook the patty. Turn upside down. ¿Y vas a sacar una mantequita de trufa, por favor? We have here 2 ways of filet mignon. Traditional way without fat, modern one with a little bit of fat. New York strip steak with garlic and herbs. A traditional strip loin. And with both, we made a colossal burger.
That's a great thing here. Life is beautiful. So you get to the final tasting, and it might not quite, something just didn't turn out right. And they might just not say it. So we have to be very vigilant about, you know, how these guys feel, what do they think. They might not say anything. It could be a little tough sometimes, just reading the customers, you know, and you're thinking you're getting a new one, but yet he's never going to call you again. So you got to keep an eye on these faces.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Welcome. Welcome to the pot.
This is why we do what we do, right here.
And now it's time to taste it.
You know, we're always a little tense when it comes to the tastings, and it's up to him now. So tell us that he loves the meat, or it's out. So
You want to make sure you cut across the fibers to get a better bite. It breaks apart, it gives a better texture as you eat it. Better eating experience.
So it's just as fresh as it gets, and it's, you know, juicy as it gets. So bon appetit.
Wow. Real meat.
Wow.
It's good. Tenderloin, New York strip, and it's juicy and very, very flavorful.
Tasting at the table was amazing. The presentation was amazing. We feel that we have a great new Creekstone customer on board.
Looks like they like what we're doing. We like what they're doing. So it went great. We're hoping to get distribution going with them. I think we're going to land this account, and we're looking to fill up all the menu with them. So it looks like it's going to be great.
As if the meat wasn't enough, we just got wind that these guys actually have a huge wine cellar with 40,000 bottles in it. The largest wine cellar in Central South America. So we're going to go check this out.
The slam dunk moment for me was when we were invited to the tour of their enormous wine cellar. Not just anyone gets that treatment. You see, they have from Chateau Lafite here to the most expensive wine you could think about. You know, we have presidents being served, diplomats. This is the place to be.
This cellar is also the largest or biggest cellar in Latin America. We are recognized from Wine Spectator with the Grand Award in this cellar. It's for the inventory and the vertical collections and the wide selections of wine that we have.
1993. Lafite. I mean, I feel like I want to kiss you right now. This is beautiful.
Here we have a lot of wine, and we can serve any of these bottles in our restaurant.
With a Creekstone steak, heaven.
Also there, we have the most expensive wine in our wine list. If you ever heard about Romanée Conti?
No.
Romanée Conti is a wine from Burgundy, and this wine retail 20,000 euros, yes.
$23,000.
Yeah, of course. And we have here 2 bottles of Romanée Conti, it's over there. And this is 2016, is 620,000 pesos.
That's about
$30,000.
$30,000.
$30,000.
Plus tax. Mr. Head Chef here for the Palm, Jose Louis Ronquillo.
Hello.
And we're definitely planning an event here. This is gonna happen.